is like
We
the
could say the
correct
worldviews
one.
class.
Worldviews, yeah.
Because that's what you
Yeah. Worldviews and ethics.
Yeah, worldviews and ethics.
Alright, so first question. Do you believe in absolute truth and why?
Oh. Yes and no. I mean, I think you should always be truthful about everything, but sometimes it's okay for a white lie. But, you know, I mean, you don't make a habit of it, you know?
Do you believe in absolute truth and why?
Yes, because I've been talking about it with some people who are older than me a lot, and while there's a lot of truth that some people would say is like kind of maybe not so absolute, like, you know, if you're lying to get your friend out of, you know, a bad situation, then like maybe that's not really that bad. But by, you know, the Bible standards, technically it does say that there's absolute truth, so going along with that, I'd say yes.
Do you believe in absolute truth and why?
Yeah, because you should believe the truth, because if you don't, well, everyone relies on the truth, and everyone should know the truth. And if you're not telling the truth, then you're like, you shouldn't lie.
Do you believe in absolute truth
Absolute
and
truth.
why?
Oh, you answer first.
I don't know. We're not going to be good subjects.
Absolute truth.
It's fine.
No.
Why?
Because sometimes you have to tell somebody something they don't want to hear so that you can smooth over the situation.
Good answer.
Your turn.
Ditto.
Oh my god.
Do you believe in absolute truth and why or why not?
I would say no, because I think it's all kind of subjective to what the observer is experiencing.
Do you believe in absolute truth and why?
Absolute truth? Yeah. You have to have truth. You can't lie.
Do you believe that there's a higher power? No. So, do you believe that there is a higher power?
Sometimes.
Can you elaborate on that?
I don't necessarily believe that there is a God, but I believe that after we die we could go somewhere. And we had to come from somewhere, so
And then,
everyone's entitled to their own beliefs.
do you believe that there's a higher power in this world?
Oh yeah.
Can you like say why?
Higher power, you mean as like a god?
And it could be anything.
Yeah, I mean, I believe there's something in control of the universe. Also, I would say this about that.
Do you believe that there's a higher power in this world?
Not really. I think there's like something out there, but I don't define it as anything really.
Do you believe that there's a higher power in this world?
Yes. Well, I'm not Christian. I don't go to church, but I do believe there is a higher power. There is something, in control over things that happen.
Do you believe that there is some sort of higher power?
Yes.
Why?
Because I believe in the Bible, and I look around me and I see the trees and the flowers and the birds and the bees, and for me that's a lot of evidence for that. And just like I know my history pretty well with Jesus and him being God, doing a project on it right now actually, much like you guys are.
Do you believe the world came to be?
Huge explosion.
Think you're
Going with that one, yeah.
Okay.
How do you believe the world came to be? How was it made?
Well, that'll go back to believe in a higher source, I would say. I mean, I believe in science, chemistry, how things are created. But I don't believe scientists know everything. So I believe it had to start from somewhere, and I believe that was from a creator.
How do you believe that the world came to be?
Literally, it was made in 7 days. Just kidding. That's my sarcasm coming out. You answer.
Big Bang.
Probably. I agree.
How do you believe the world came to be? How it's made?
I believe in, evolution, like, obviously, we came from primates or whatever, but there's a reason for everything. There's a reason behind that. We evolved to who we are because we needed to.
Why is there pain and suffering in this world?
People making mistakes all around the world. There has to be pain and suffering. Yeah.
Why is there pain and suffering in the world?
I believe that pain and suffering, first of all, is not a product of God. It is the product of the devil because we live in a fallen world. And I believe that, yes, God does let pain and suffering happen, but for a lot of things, I feel that, for a lot of individual stuff, I feel it does make you stronger in a sense, not in the Kelly Clarkson way, but in other ways too.
But why is there pain and suffering in the world?
Because, human nature, we need pain and suffering to know how to deal with certain things. So not everything in your life is going to be good, You're going to have bad times, things are going to happen where, it sucks.
Why do you think there is pain and suffering in this world?
Because that's what people deserve. No. There's pain and suffering because people create pain and suffering. They don't have to have pain and suffering if everyone was on the same terms, if we smooth things over. Then it's like, I teach 2-year-olds, so if they push someone on the playground, we try and encourage them to use their words, not their actions. So they're creating pain by pushing, but if they just talked out their issues, then they wouldn't have pain and suffering.
Why is there pain and suffering in this world?
What?
Why is there pain and suffering?
Because women are evil.
Wow, okay, because there's like nothing that can stop it, I guess.
That's the universal truth. Women are evil.
Why is there pain and suffering in this world?
Oh, greed. Greed and pride. Absolutely.
What is your opinion about the church?
It's a good place to go for a community gathering. And I enjoy stories.
What is your opinion on the church?
The church? Well, I'm not religious, and so I don't really think about it much. I don't know.
Depends on which church. Are we talking about like the Church of Scientology? Because that's like business.
Anything in general?
Oh, well, synagogues. I'm Jewish, and I used to go to synagogue with my mom, but it was boring, so I stopped.
What about the Christian church?
Yeah, I try not to get wrapped up in that because it's just disagreements.
And then, what is your opinion on the church?
Well, on that one you can ask him. You answer that one. I guess I'm not for it. Like, I don't really care for it, but I'm not gonna say anything against it either. Let them be.
Okay.
What is your opinion about the church?
I think institutions as a whole can be very problematic, especially because you get a lot of people together, or you give just one person a lot more power over others, and corruption happens, and views that are a bit more radical than others kind of come to light, and people worry about kind of the institution as a whole rather than themselves or just one particular person. It can be pretty destructive.
What is your opinion about the church, like the Christian church?
Oh, I believe that's all lies. I don't mean like there wasn't like Christ or anything like that. I believe he was there, and whether he had the power or not, I don't know. I'm not the one to say. I'm sure maybe he did. I'm sure, and I always leave an open mind to everything. But I believe the church is being lied to. I believe the translations that are missing. That's my person.
And last question, what comes to mind when you hear Christian?
Christian?
Yeah.
A lot of things, because you see on the news, like Westboro Baptist Church and all, stuff like that, and they claim to be Christian. But then again, I have friends that are Christian that aren't anything like that. So, I mean, it's complicated. I mean, I don't really understand much about the religion itself. I just kind of go with what I know personally and who affects me. by being Christian, and it's not really different from, you know, someone who's atheist. So.
What comes to your mind when you hear the word Christian?
Either a person who's pretty cool and knows how to tell people about the Lord and loves the Lord a lot, or that Bible-thumping Christian from the South who says you're gonna go to hell for being gay and other stuff like that.
What is your opinion on Christians?
I don't really have a general opinion on that. It's kind of a person-by-person basis.
Yeah, like if the ones that are like fanatical, I judge, I guess. But if you're just normal and you keep your beliefs to yourself, I don't have a problem with it.
Question: what comes to mind when you hear Christian?
People who have strong beliefs and feel that they have to force those beliefs upon people when they don't have to do that.
Alright. What comes to mind when you hear the word Christian?
Oh, well, Christianity. You know, obviously the religion. There's more that comes. Yeah, you're right. There's more that comes to my mind with that. When I hear the word Christian, I think it's like discipline, trying to force the religion on you. That's just what I see when I hear it. You know, it doesn't. You know, that's just what I see.
Alright. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Austin.
Have a nice day.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Thank you.